Sacred Sunday, Psalm 23:1. God's provision. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In just these few words, Psalm 23:1 reveals a truth so profound, it has comforted generations, uplifted the weary, and guided the lost. Today, let's take a moment to rest in this promise, reflecting on what it really means when we say that the Lord is our shepherd. A shepherd is more than a caretaker. In ancient times, shepherds lived among their sheep. They guided them, protected them from wild animals, searched tirelessly when even one went missing, and ensured they lacked nothing essential. That's the kind of relationship David, a shepherd himself, understood when he described God this way. When David wrote, "The Lord is my shepherd," he wasn't speaking from a distance. He knew what it meant to walk through dark valleys and face overwhelming odds. He had seen betrayal, war, and danger, but he had also seen God's provision in the wilderness, in caves, and on battlefields. David saw the hand of God not just in victory, but in survival. He trusted in the shepherd who fed him, led him, and restored him. Now let's turn that lens to our own lives. What does it look like when God is your shepherd? It looks like peace in the middle of financial hardship, knowing that provision doesn't always mean abundance, but sufficiency. It looks like rest when the world demands more than you can give. It's that feeling deep in your soul that somehow you are still standing, not by your own strength, but because God held you up when everything else tried to knock you down. In a world that pushes hustle, comparison, and fear of not having enough, Psalm 23:1 is a radical declaration of contentment. I shall not want doesn't mean life is perfect. It means we trust that God will provide exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Think back to times when you thought you wouldn't make it, when the bills were piling up, relationships were falling apart, or your health was declining. Maybe you cried out to God not knowing how He would answer, but still, somehow, He did. Maybe it wasn't in the way you expected. Maybe it didn't come wrapped in comfort, but provision came, strength came, a way out came. God's provision isn't always material. Sometimes it's the right word at the right time, a moment of clarity, or the unexpected kindness of a stranger. Sometimes provision looks like closed doors that lead to better paths. And sometimes it looks like a season of waiting that teaches you patience, builds your faith, and prepares you for what's next. When the Lord is your shepherd, you're never alone. You're never abandoned. You're never without hope. He sees what you can't. He leads where you won't go on your own. He provides in ways that defy human understanding. Psalm 23 doesn't promise that life will be easy. It doesn't say we'll never face storms, enemies, or shadowy valleys. But it does promise this, that we will not walk through them alone. And that is the essence of God's provision, His presence. Provision isn't just about the outcome, it's about the journey. God walks with us, talks to us through His Word, corrects our path, and reassures us when we're uncertain. When He is our shepherd, we are not just taken care of. We are seen, valued, and deeply loved. So today, pause and breathe. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be everything for everyone. The shepherd is near. He knows your need before you speak it. He is your source, your guide, and your peace. You shall not want. Let this verse echo in your heart as you navigate the week ahead. Every time fear whispers, "You're not enough," answer it with, "The Lord is my shepherd." When anxiety says, "You don't have what it takes," respond, "I shall not want." Faith isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet trust. A simple, steady belief that even when the path isn't clear, the shepherd is. Even when your strength runs out, His doesn't. Even when the world shouts scarcity, heaven whispers provision. And that's what Psalm 23:1 gives us. An anchor, a compass, and a promise. The shepherd walks ahead. All we need to do is follow. If this message spoke to your heart, remember to subscribe for more sacred inspiration every week. And in the comments, tell us, what's your life verse? The Bible verse that changed everything for you. We'll feature your favorite verse in our next video with a shout out to your name. Stay blessed.